Hello, friends. Welcome. Welcome to yet another episode of Tea Talk with me, Owen Fernandez. Today is the 30th of November, 2021, and it's the last day of the 11th month of this year. I wish you a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening from wherever in the world you are. Our topic for today is how to live more simply. You have got to understand the sentence rather than get misled. I repeat, episode number 61, How to Live More Simply. We are talking about simplicity in a highly complicated and a fast paced world. Friends, most of our life is spent chasing big, fancier things, and that's okay. In fact, as a coach, I always encourage people to dream big. We are either looking out for something bigger, brighter, but think about it. Is it a need or a want? For example, we are looking out for promotion in our careers. We are looking out for driving a good, nice car, and then a little later, after 2 or 3 years, even a nicer car. We're looking out to make money big time. We're looking out for a partner of our dreams, a house of our dreams, and then a better dream, and then a little bit more bigger and bigger. While it's good to continuously improve, we've got to understand that are we paying a price of living a life of continuously wanting more, wanting more? Friends, our life can feel like we are living to get the next thing as if our happiness is dependent on them. We, most of the time, do not pay attention to what we crave for. Think about it. We want one milestone after the other. Our wants are never ending at times. Think about it. Most of life isn't milestones. Most of our life is a normal day. Getting up in the morning, going to work, coming home in the evening, having food for ourselves, reading a little bit. Most of our lives is mundane until and unless you think differently. And at the end of the day, friends, we are all looking to be fulfilled, happy, and experience good things, collecting memories as we live. Remember that we need to be grateful for everything that we go through in life. We need to make sure that life is not complicated by us. And then we say that, life puts in a lot of complication in our lives. So think about it. So, in this episode, friends, I will share and discuss 6 easy ways to start living a life which is based on simplicity, coming out from a choice, coming out from a level of awareness, and coming out from a level of intentionality. So, if you are on the call, grab a cup of tea or coffee, take a comfortable seat, and relax as we go deeper into episode number 61: How to Live Life More Simply. Good. I see a mistake on there. In fact, I've already prepared for the next episode. So please, I'm sorry. Today is the 30th of November, 2021. So today I see Amur Al Habsi. Welcome, Amur Al Habsi. So, friends, if you are on the call for the very first time, you're more than welcome. We are on episode number 61, which means to say that we have already had 60 episodes in the past. Feel free to come to the chat box and interact with me while I am streaming. It would be great to know you, and it would be great to add value into your lives. So, let's get going. As usual, friends, if you have known me by now, I normally start with a particular quote from somebody which basically strikes some meaning to the episode. And this time it is from Leo Babauta. He says simplicity boils down to two things: identifying the essential and eliminating the rest. Identifying the essential and eliminating the rest. So, what does it actually mean? And this is what I would like to share with you: 6 ways to live more simply in life. And, friends, as I said, it's all about an individual choice. And we create the life that we want. We can either choose it to be very simple, or we can look at it in a complicated way and completely lose focus and make life complex. So, here are the 6 ways in which you can live more simply in life. The first way, as I would put it, is learning to let go. I repeat, learning to let go. Friends, I have seldom met people who resent feeling light and free. All of us want to be light and free. But we know that letting go can be scary and for some, very hard. Now, here, I'm not only talking about physical possessions, I'm also talking about a mental state. Uncertainty, vulnerability, loss of comfort are some of the things most people find difficult to deal with. Some say, oh my God, it's so uncertain, I might need it for some other day. Friends, some other day. We are not assured of even tonight. Yes, we all live with faith and hope, thinking that we might see the dawn of tomorrow. But think about it. Are we missing out something of living in the present? Now, for those who are watching the news, we have got yet another variant of the COVID 19 virus. We have actually not come out of COVID 19 in the first place. At this point of time, as I'm speaking, my country, Slovakia, and my neighboring country, Austria, is in a complete lockdown. And there are rumors saying that this lockdown will extend till the end of the year and maybe even in the beginning of the new year. So think about it. Some people don't want to change because change is something that takes away the comfort of the present. And some people are simply afraid of being vulnerable. Now, just imagine we complicate our lives. The more you have, the more you need to watch over it. Know this, friends, we do not need many things for we do not need many things for living. We may want many things. Now, that's a different story by itself. We may want many things, but we do not need many things. As I said before, friends, we are the one who create our own struggles, our own complexities. All the stress, all the frustrations, all the disappointment, all the business, and all the rushing are self created by us. We create these with attachments in our heads, thinking that it is necessary. So learn to let go. By letting go, we can relax and live more simply. If we want to be light, if we want to be free, we need to make that decision mentally that we need to let something go. We need to let go of the heavy stuff that keeps us in bondage, that adds weight to our lives. And suddenly you will feel, hey, I could have done that. It was not necessary. So it's all about a mindset. Let go of the heavy stuff that's stopping you from living life simple and better. And then you'll find yourself quite light. So the first step is letting go. The second one that I would recommend is single task. Now, this is a coined word. We talk about multitasking. Single task by putting your life in a full screen mode. Don't complicate things by doing many things at the same time. We have talked about the challenges of multitasking, and I might even touch upon it this time as well. Learn to imagine that everything you do, whether it is a task at work, or answering an email, or texting a message, or washing dishes, or playing with your kids, or just reading an article, or driving, whatever it is, do it well and with full attention. Go into the full screen mode so that you don't do or look at anything else. Refrain yourself from being distracted. Just immerse yourself into the task fully and enjoy it and be fully present as you do it. Think about it. Your life would completely change. In my experience, it is much stressful when you work and live by focusing on one task at any given point of time. Things that get your full attention, and you do them much better because you're involved in it. And at the same time, if you love what you do, you can even enjoy it and savor them. Friends, in an age where people appreciate multitasking, people appreciate when you do many things in a very fast amount of very quickly. Trust me that there is a lot of stress. And in fact, you attract stress as well. I've said this in my previous episodes that multitasking can hinder your performance. Why? Because multitasking divides our attention. It makes us harder for us to give our full focus to one thing. And as you and I know, friends, where your focus goes, there your energy flows. The more we multitask, the less we actually accomplish. You may ask me why? How? Because as human beings, we slowly lose our ability to focus enough to learn. In fact, new studies show that it kills your performance and may even damage your brain. Every time you multitask, you aren't just harming your performance in the moment, you may well be damaging an area of your brain that's crucial to your future success at work. Think about it. Single task, one at a time. Yes, I do understand that social pressures, world pressures ask you to do things in a hurry. As I said, if you want to make your life simple and better, the choice is always yours. Focus on one task at a time. Regardless, friends, of how talented you are at taking on multiple tasks, trust me, you'll perform better when you focus on the one thing that you're doing at any given time. Learn to let go, focus on doing one task at a time. The third step, or the third way that I would encourage you, is more or less connected with the second one. Define your pace. Yes, we live in a fast paced world. There are tremendous pressures on life, but you get to choose how you live it. Define your pace. You are in control and you need to know what is urgent and what is important. Friends, not all things can be urgent and important at the same time. I do understand. I play multiple roles. I am a father, I am a husband, I have work to do, I have things to do, but all cannot be urgent and important at the same time. So learn to prioritize, define your own space, define your own pace, create a gap between things, space between things, add padding to everything. In fact, whenever you have a task at hand, do half of what you imagine you can do first. Friends, it's normal for us. In fact, many of us that I know, we tend to cram as much as possible into our days, thinking that we need to do many things. And this is the root cause of stress because we always underestimate how long things will take and we forget about simple maintenance tasks like putting on the clothes, brushing our teeth, preparing meals, spending time with the family. We never feel like we have enough time because we try to do too much. Think about it. What would it be like if we did less and did those things better? What would it be like if we padded or gave some allowance or some space of how long things should take so that we have the space and an amount or a little ability to breathe? What would it look like if we took a few minutes of pausing between tasks to enjoy the accomplishment of the last task done and also to savor the space between things? In short, to enjoy being alive. After all, we are human beings, we are not human doings. Learn to take breaks, learn to breathe, and then continue if you have to. Define your own pace. Don't let the world tell you at what speed you have to go about doing things in life. The fourth way that I would encourage is find joy in a few simple things. Friends, at the start of this episode, I talked about intentionality. I talked about being self aware. Find joy in the few simple things that you see around. Observe, follow your passion, do what you love and what makes you feel good. Now, this could include writing, reading, learning, walking, or doing any other activity, meditating, spending quality time with people you care about, you love, and are important in your life. Now, if you observe very carefully and if you are aware, most of that doesn't cost you a penny. And in fact, it doesn't require any possessions. By doing things you love that don't require complex jargons, life becomes simpler to an extent. Seek for joy. Now, in my case, when I'm challenged, and not on all days, mostly in the evenings after a hectic day's work, especially if I'm doing trainings one after the other, I focus my attention to being with my family, especially with my daughters. I ask them about school. I ask them about what happened in school. And when I sit down and listen and play with them, I can let go of everything else my mind was fixated upon and just find the simple joy of doing simple activities with loved ones. Why don't you try it yourself? Find joy. If you love gardening, be joyful. In fact, be anxious for nothing. Find joy in the few simple things of life. The fifth way that I would like to share with you is be clear about what you want in life and say no to anything that could capably distract you. Get clear about what you want. Friends, it's a fact. We want many things at the same time. We are very rarely clear on what is it that we are looking for and what is it that we want. So finding purpose becomes very important out here. In fact, there is so much distraction in this world today that when we see someone post a photo of doing something cool on Facebook or on social media, we suddenly get distracted and we want to do the same thing that they do. And then what happens? The course of our lives suddenly take a detour in a new direction and we are all confused. Same thing happens if we read about something different, something cool, or watch a video of a new destination or someone doing something new. For example, social media sites like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram can be very distracting and tempting too. So, again, if you want to live a simple life, be clear, keep distractions away, prioritize, and don't change course. Now, when someone invites us to have a look of something cool, something new, something fresh, we think that we too are capable of doing it. We also jump into the bandwagon. We spoke about in episode 60 about how to stop pleasing people. We would love saying yes to everything, to all the new shiny things that have been basically waiting to gain our attention. What if we became crystal clear on what we wanted in life? Now, just in case, if you're not very clear, I can help you out. As a psychometric analyst, I can carry out a few simple, relatively easy assessments on you, which connects your hereditary, your functionality, your potential, your competence. Why? Because you are unique and you have got a place in this world and you have got something to do as an assignment in this life that you have been given. I can help you out. So please reach out to me. I'm here for that. Just write a mail to owen at owenfernandez.com and then maybe we can sit together. I might be your thinking partner as to how we can find clarity in your life, purpose in your life, and learn to say no at times. Saying no to more things that basically are not a part of what we want to become is perfectly all right. It would simplify our lives. Say no to things and stuff that are not aligned with what you want to be, do, and have. And some of us, we want to achieve. It's perfectly okay to say no. In fact, consider no as a complete sentence. I spoke about it last week. So, when you know your major priorities, saying no becomes easier. And finally, friends, the sixth way that I would like to share with you is practice gratefulness. Be thankful to life. It's a gift. Practice gratefulness. It's a wonderful way to attract abundance into your life in all things. You may ask me why when things are so difficult around. It's just your perspective. I do understand that we are living in challenging times. But in these times itself, you will have hundreds of opportunities to be thankful and grateful for. Thankfulness helps us get rid of negative feelings or emotions. It helps us to appreciate things that cannot be brought or bought with money. For example, simply waking up in the morning and knowing that things are okay and you are alive, there is a great opportunity to be thankful for. An opportunity to be grateful that you get yet another chance of having a go at life, yet another chance of seeing the beauty of nature, yet another chance to work and be happy with your loved ones. Don't chase for things which you are not in control. Just be aware and be alive and be present and be grateful. As I said before, be anxious for nothing. With everything, in everything, have a mindset of gratefulness. So just imagine that if you don't carry this mindset and if something goes wrong and you start the day wrong, it has got a cascading effect. It has got a domino effect. It works both ways, in good as well as bad. Now, for example, when you wake up in the morning and you are already mad with something that has troubled you, it will just carry you all throughout the day, and your entire day is wasted at something that you could have changed your perspective, changed your mindset, and looked at certain things positive, and you could have changed the day, how it would unfold in front of you. So replace negativity with gratefulness and see for yourself that good things will happen. Life is not complex. In as much as it appears to be, it is the way we see things that adds to its complexity. People remember me for saying this, that life is simple. Now, that's not a complete statement. I have something further to say there. Life is simple, but to keep it simple is difficult. Now, there lies your intentionality. There lies your being aware of. So let go. Don't multitask. Focus on one thing at a time. Define your pace and just don't be carried away by the pressures of speed that the world puts it on you. Find joy in simple things around. Be observant. We have been given two eyes and we have been given 2 years so that we could enjoy listening and observing. Be clear in what you want out of life. Many people say that life has got no meaning. Well, it's not true. Why would we be given the gift of life when it would not serve any purpose or any meaning? In fact, we have been given the intellect, the mind, and the soul to add meaning to our lives. Practice gratefulness. So, friends, as I come to the end of this episode, I would like to share a quote from Charles Spurgeon. He says, it is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy that makes us happy. Now, enjoyment may not necessarily be connected to the material possessions that are temporary. Friends, life cannot be complicated. As I said before, don't get me wrong. If life is complicated, we would even question our very existence. And millions of people, even today, do the same thing. They're looking at meaning to life. And as I've said it in the past, and I will repeat it again, life has no meaning until and unless you decide to give it a meaning. Life, as I see, is simple. I did not say at any point of time it's going to be easy. You need a higher level of awareness followed by intentionality to keep it that way. And friends, you and I know very well, you and I know, simplicity is very powerful. Keep it simple. Life is easier to operate when you are surrounded by less stuff, and that could be material possessions or that could be a lot of things going on in your head at the same time. So as I say goodbye to you, I would like to recommend a book, Simplify Your Life: 100 Ways to Slow Down and Enjoy the Things That Really Matter. You can Google it, and I repeat, Simplify Your Life: 100 Ways to Slow Down and Enjoy the Thing That Really Matter. This book is one of the best guides to simple living that I've ever come across. Thanks for watching, friends. You will find the references of what has been shared at the end of this talk. Feel free to use them further for your personal growth and development. And friends, if you liked this episode, please comment and share. Also, you could go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it there. In my YouTube channel, you will find this video as well as all the other 60 videos beautifully lined down for you to watch, learn, and share with your loved ones. Remember, friends, the win is always within you. Owen Fernandez, I'm here to help you be victorious. I believe in you, and together we can. So stay safe. See you on the next episode with me, Owen Fernandez, on Tea Time with Owen. Thanks for watching.